Donald Trump, but now support him. It's the rise to office that they said could never happen. In fact, some people were so certain Donald Trump could never become president of the United States of America that they weren't shy about saying what they really thought of him. Now these 10 people are eating their words. Number 10, Jason Chafin. Towards the end of the 2016 presidential race, right around the time that footage leaked of Trump making lewd comments and bragging about sexually assaulting women, Jason Chafin said that he had had enough. The chairman of the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee was the first congressman to rescind his endorsement of Trump, calling out the as a husband and a father to a daughter line and dismissing the then presidential hopeful. Chafin even called for an investigation into Trump's unreleased tax returns. But times change, and so do politicians' official lives. Chafin sheepishly admitted that he would be voting for the Republican nominee. What's more, on November 10th, Chafin openly congratulated Trump for his win, tweeting out an ecstatic President-elect Trump. Congratulations! Mm-hmm. Sure, buddy. We're still waiting on that tax return investigation, too. Number 9, Scott Walker. One of the 16 contenders that vied for the Republican nomination in the most overcrowded field ever. Scott Walker was very black and white in his dismissal of the businessman, calling for a positive, conservative alternative to the current frontrunner. But when it became clear which way the tides were turning in the race for nomination, Wisconsin governor changed his tune. Of course he will support Trump, Walker insisted in July 2016. I said on this stage almost a year ago, August 6th of last year, that any of the Republicans running would be better than Hillary Clinton. Walker's dislike for the man still shone through and through, and he was conspicuous in his absence when Trump visited Wisconsin later in the campaign.
Nancy Pelosi, I've agreed. I'm a business. What they call ideas. And you know what? When I need something from them, they are there for me.
Number 8, Kelly Ayotte. This Republican senator wavered back and forth on Trump's candidacy throughout the entire campaign, but it was ultimately pretty clear what she thought of him. She didn't turn up to the Republican convention to see him accept his nomination. She said she misspoke when she called him a role model, and she promised to vote for Mike Pence as a right-wing candidate when the Billy Bush tape emerged. Cut to post-election, and Ayotte's tone was different, with her saying President Trump has a great opportunity to bring people together. We have had our differences, but I wish him the very, very best. If I can help him in any way, I will. She seemed to be angling for the role of defense secretary. Unsurprisingly, she didn't get it. Number 7, Bobby Jindal. After labeling Trump a narcissist, an egomaniac, and a man with a squirrel sitting on his head, Bobby Jindal must have realized that he was unlikely to be convincing if he ever decided to reverse his stance. But like so many others, the governor of Louisiana endorsed Trump later in 2016. The reason? He had more time for Trump's unpredictability than Clinton's predictable liberalism. Talk about damning with faint praise. Number 6, Rick Perry. Coming in at number 6 on our list, this former Texas governor once described Trump as a cancer on conservatism that must be clearly diagnosed, excised, and discarded. But when Trump won the nomination, Perry seemed almost too keen to help Trump out in any way possible, including, he said, serving as the Republican candidate's vice presidential. How selfless of you, Rick. Of course, Perry's gamble didn't pay off, and the role went to Mike Pence.
Donald Trump's candidacy is a cancer on conservatism, and it must be clearly diagnosed, excised, and discarded.
Number 5, Paul Ryan. One of the most endlessly analyzed political pairings of 2016 is the roller coaster relationship between Donald Trump and Republican House Speaker Paul Ryan. Not only did Ryan refuse to endorse Trump for some time, Trump refused to endorse Ryan too. As the House Speaker, Ryan was seen as an important Republican leader and an integral figure in bringing the party together nominee and instead focusing on the congressional races. He did come back to the fold just in time for the election. Ryan's treatment of the candidate has been the very definition of politics.
This is the most incredible political feat I have seen in my lifetime. This is something you've heard me say time and again. 7 out of 10 Americans.
Number 4, Nikki Haley. In February 2016, Nikki Haley was endorsing Marco Rubio for Republican nominee and describing Trump as everything a governor doesn't want in a president. When asked about Trump in the lead up to the election, she said she was not a fan. After the election, though, Nikki Haley has played nice. So nice, in fact, that Trump rewarded her a plum role, naming her the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. All she had to do was grin through gritted teeth and pretend she believed something she did not.
The best person based on the policies and dealing with things like Obamacare still is Donald Trump. That doesn't mean it's an easy vote.
Number 3, Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson has always been a man of extremes. Britain's current Secretary of State for Foreign and Commonwealth Affairs has held some extreme views on Donald Trump at varying points, too. Extremely negative and extremely positive.
I have to say, when Donald Trump says that there are parts of London that are no-go areas, I think he's portraying quite stupefying ignorance.
It shouldn't be too surprising that most of the positive stuff has come out after November 8th, 2016. Number 2, Chris Christie. Christie slammed Trump throughout his run against him for the Republican candidacy, accusing him of acting like a 13-year-old, calling him inexperienced, and bemoaning him as a potential whiner and moaner-in-chief. Then he came out as one of Trump's biggest surrogates and supporters. In the process, the New Jersey governor lost his teeth and his pride. He was mocked for the 1,000-yard stare he exhibited as he flanked Trump at rallies. And worst of all, Christie didn't end up getting anything out of his endorsement in the end, as his career quietly imploded amid calls for his impeachment as governor gained traction.
That's why I'm proud to introduce to you the next president of the United States, Donald Trump.
Number 1,
You'd like Donald
Ted
Trump more than
Cruz.
Hitler.
At number 1 on the top 10 people who hated Donald Trump but now support him, it's Ted Cruz. The man who got closest to stopping Trump from snatching up the Republican nomination in the first place. Trump smeared Cruz's family in the press, saying Melania Trump was more attractive than Cruz's wife, and suggesting Cruz's father was involved in the assassination of JFK.